guys, how you all doing? It's FishyFisher coming at you with a brand new episode of Nothing Harder, the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Edition. This is actually the first episode of this series, oh my goodness, and I'm going to start it off properly by doing what some people might think is the worst character in the game, Pichu. Yes, that's right, I'm playing Pichu Nothing Harder, the hardest mode of the classic mode in this game. Now, it actually works a little bit differently. I'm only trying to explain this game once, but if you played it in the last game, it is very different, and it's worth explaining these differences. So the way it works is that you actually start off at, the highest one you can start off at is level 5. Nothing Harder is normally level 9, however this is level 5, and as you can progress, the better you play, actually the harder, bye-bye Jigglypuff, you're gonna see a lot of time. Oh, I love that little squishy Pichu. Yes, you're actually gonna see the better I play, the farther up I'm going to go. Now there's two ways you can actually complete this. There's one way which I think is the true ending, which unfortunately I'm not gonna be able to get with every character like I tried to do with Pichu in this one, but I cannot do it with every single character. I don't think with this one, but I will do with some. Is if you to complete the final boss when you're at the highest level of the Nothing Harder. So 9.9 is the hardest level you can get, and I want to. I mean, ideally, I would beat everyone going into the boss fight with a 9.9. However, if you beat the boss fight, it actually increases that level still, so you don't actually have to be at 9.9. You could be at, I don't know, like 9 something. As long as you're above 9, you should be at the max level, which is what we're always after. This is all gonna make a lot more sense if you're paying attention to the top left corner when the stage switches, and also the at the very end, you're gonna see when the picture is shown. This is a very similar to a lot of the other Nothing Harders. But yeah, let me talk about how Pichu was in this video. So obviously, I need to say, I am no Smash Bros. Later Game & Watch. I am no Smash Bros. Pro, okay? I'm not using the professional stats. I'm not trying to maximize efficiency, blah, blah, blah. I'm just kind of an average player who, after throwing attempts at this mode enough, I will eventually beat it. So, you know, this one took 38 attempts, and you're going to see a very long fail reel at the end. But I finally did it. Pichu was very difficult to beat the final boss with. Now, some differences between this and the Wii U version that I haven't already stated is the fact that in the Wii U version, you get 2 lives per round. And they balance it out by making it slightly harder, definitely. But it made everything a lot easier, especially the final boss fight. Way easier. So now that you only have 1 life per round, it makes things quite a bit more complicated to complete this. So, you know, you have to be really careful. Every mistake could be your last. And when you're playing with a character like Pichu, who is very easy to knock away, let me tell you, very easy. And for the final boss, you might only get 3 hits. You only have a window of 3 hits. It is very difficult to beat it with Pichu. Now, another difference that is different in this rather than the Wii U version is the fact that every character has their own set path. So every single time I played this, I always fought Kirby and Meta Knight at this point, and I always fought like Mr. Game & Watch at that point. My first match was always Jigglypuff. Oh my goodness, that one was annoying at times. He just took forever to kill because he just floated, so took forever to float down. Oh my goodness, there's so much going on. But the reason why I say that is because even though I've spent all this time learning Pichu's path, it's going to be so completely different for other characters. You're going to see Ryu eventually when I get to him. Whoo, that is a very interesting looking one. Oh my goodness. But Pichu wasn't too hard. I think he's not as bad as he was in Melee. I don't even know he's definitively the worst one. That could easily not be the case. But no, as you can see here now, we are about to take on Mewtwo, the final round of this, and this is the hardest one. Aside from the boss, it's going to get not very difficult, just a 1v1, still very simple. The only one we're actually having a 2v1 with was the Kirby and the Meta Knight. So, like I said, Pichu, not too challenging. I think they kind of knew that he's not amazing of a character compared to some other options you have. Whoa, I just destroyed Mewtwo there. I've had some terrible luck with him in the past. Oh, look at that, 9.8. I'm almost at the max here, so I will take this as my run. Also, we have this bonus game that's always the same. That actually stays the same within modes. But anyway, like I said, Pichu is always the same for this, so I kind of memorized it, and it's going to be different for every single one. So I invite you all to join me as I'm doing every single Nothing Harder character once a week in this series. Also, if you're still here, I'm going to be doing a shirt weekly with this series that's going to be available, and this is what the one looks like now. It is a Pichu design done by my lovely artist. Oh no, Pichu, you just missed that 1 gold coin. You have no idea how many times I've done this perfectly and how sad it was to leave that one behind not getting that perfect. Oh my goodness. But I'm doing a Pichu design made by a lovely artist. Oops, my goodness, my mic. Made by a lovely artist, CrystalLeeArts. I think you'll really enjoy it. You can get a design with Fishy on Pichu or not. That is up to you. But I recommend you guys getting this because it's going away after a week. I'm sorry, I hit the mic again. I'm so sorry. It's going away after a week, and once it's gone, it's gone. Maybe this is the start of a nice collection you could get going, because if you like Smash Bros, it's available there with every character, and if you like me involved in the design too, that is available too. Or you can wait for your favorite character. Every single character is going to be getting some love, just like this series. Anywho, guys, we are playing the final boss. This is definitely the most stressful part. As you may or may not know, Pichu damages himself with every attack, so you need to be very careful with anything you do. You only get 1 life. You gotta do a lot of neutral airs, a lot of stuff. Learning the moves of these enemies is key. Now, that's part of the reason why it took me so many attempts. It was so hard to learn the timing, so hard to learn all the intricacies of this. And I've learned quite a few tips that you can hopefully apply yourself. Like, there's some ways to force a stun of some of these, and as you can still see here, I'm not perfect. I'm taking a lot of damage. I'm not even halfway done in defeating these guys yet, so there's a lot to do. There's a lot to go on. I'm over 100 damage. I'm still zipping and zapping around. Doing the quick attack definitely damages Pichu a little too much. Now, this is where I got my little break here. I got them both on the ground, and I just did as much damage as I could. I should really have been focused on the guy who was still down there, but I decided to really try and finish off Master Hand and get a 1v1 with Crazy Hand. Now, that's a very smart idea to do. Oh no, this could be and wrong. Oh my goodness, that is crazy. And so I really wanted to finish off Master Hand and focus on Crazy Hand, because if I got Master Hand out of the way, it would definitely make Crazy Hand a lot easier to do. Now, I thought I was done. Luckily, that somehow I survived that. I'm at 161. Master Hand is done. Crazy Hand on the floor. Is it over? I was freaking out. I was like, is this actually gonna be the run? It was the run! I could not believe that ending. Getting to over 100 damage while they're still pretty much both at full or half health. That is insane that I was able to do that. I can't believe, Pichu, we did this. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching this episode of Nothing Harder. These videos are going to be a lot shorter than the last one because it takes about half the time to do it. And there is my final board. So hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Make sure you get your shirts while they're available. And I'll see you next week for Ike. Bye, guys.